Ever since the beginning, Westworld has proved itself to be a show that subverts expectations and tests viewers willing to delve deeper to uncover its secrets. With rich world building and a dense internal logic, it was fertile ground for theories to spring up. You can never be sure if some new piece of information was a clue to a greater mystery, or just a detail to flesh out the world. With theories and online discussions exploring the show's different eras, the nature of reality versus simulation, could it be that there were entire possibilities being completely looked over? In this video, I'll explore one of the key elements of the show's core components, and put forward a theory that may have been overlooked. The original Westworld film depicts the androids rather simply, little more than moving mannequins, window dressing, even like extras in a stage or screen production. Their behaviours are restricted to a handful of core functions and goals that give the impression of life without depth or character. Their revolt is down to a technical error, a computer virus, nothing more. The series, taking inspiration from video games like Bioshock Infinite, Skyrim and Red Dead Redemption, give the android hosts more depth and agency as their characters take centre stage in the main plot. Like NPC shopkeepers, lawmen, bandits and more, they follow loops that give a stronger impression of life of a daily routine, each line of dialogue making them appear more rounded with allusions to their past, thoughts and feelings. These lines, delivered with conviction and drama, draw the viewers and the park's guests in, when they're not pursuing mindless violence, that is. But when the hosts break away from their programming, this time thanks to attaining consciousness rather than a virus, the hosts still continue to live out these dramatic roles given to them. Even leaving the park, the hosts still deliver lines and great dramatic speeches with ease. A host never stumbles over their words as humans do. They don't need to practice in front of a mirror like Dr. Ford, the Man in Black or Umagurt Sarak undoubtedly need to. They even know where to leave dramatic pauses and build up reveals with the perfect one-liner. As they're robots who can think or process information quicker than the human mind, they have time to string together these dialogues in an instant, rather than the human's ability to come up with a snappy retort 10 minutes after an argument is finished. This flair for the dramatic really comes from the host's core programming, their characters defined by their creators. Dolores, a ranch daughter princess character, once fused with a wide personality, a cult-leading outlaw and revolutionary, is the perfect kind of character to deliver great, inspiring and expository speeches, and even give well-dressed half-answers to people wanting to know more. Maeve, a brothel madam full of sass and snark, combined with her past characterization as a loving mother and her technology-controlling upgrades, makes her a self-assured, confident warrior who has a quip for every situation. These characters really are the greatest writer's tool when it comes to making things extravagant and make sense within the plot. Commanding buffalo herds, drone-guided missiles, intimidating and executing abusive husbands and child predators, feigning paralysis and waiting for the right moment to strike. But yes, a lot is made of the host's ability to entertain in Series 1, which comes to serve them well in the real world. So well in fact it might not even occur to a lot of viewers that it is the case. Is there some greater point to this ability, meaning hidden beneath all the theories about consciousness and simulation? Could it be the future of the series lies not with robot liberation, but more subjugation? All these twists and turns, Solomon, Rehoboam, the nature of reality, all red herrings. As Dolores is about to enact her master plan, she's stopped by keyboard smash Sarak or some other new player to the game, who sees her potential as an orator and has a proposition for her. Her own entertainment show. Late Night with Dolores. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Yes, it's network. 15 million merits. Westworld Black Mirror Edition. Giving the illusion of freedom to the masses while continuing their sheeple mass marketing. Plot twist, the Man in Black is actually Christoph. It's the Truman Show, but now the Dolores Show. Or maybe Dolores signs a contract with a movie studio and becomes one of the most celebrated actors in the world. Maeve does too when they compete across the silver screen in future streaming platforms. Ashley Stubbs joins the theatre. Bernard works in an Apple store, encouraging those to buy, consume. Oh no, it's They Live! John Carpenter's Westworld, imagine that. In all seriousness though, are the hosts' dramatic flair world building or does it serve a greater purpose? Also, there's a persistent yin and yang approach to the hosts and humans within the series. The hosts seeking freedom, consciousness, humanity, a part of which requires them to essentially become mortal, while the humans seek immortality like the hosts, to continue to exist long beyond their natural lives. Hosts are robots in a more traditional sense of the word, performing forced labour, but their designs, while initially Terminator-esque, are more synthetic organisms with a CPU, the Pearl, their brain inside their head. This kind of organic printing technology is another well-constructed element within this world that is somewhat brushed aside in comparison to the accomplishments of the host's consciousness. But as the real world has shown that lab-grown meat is a thing, that the technology does exist outside the Delos parks, perhaps the host's final step in their evolution is the printing of a brain, much like ours. Perhaps we've all been looking too deeply. Maybe the answer has been there all along.
See, it took 500 years for someone to notice something hidden in plain sight. It was a doctor who noticed the shape of the human brain. The message being that the divine gift does not come from a higher power, but from our own mind.